ReefBum is sponsored by Bulk Reef Supply and Ecotech Marine. Now, can you guys hear me now? Do we have audio now? There should be audio now. If you guys can just give me an A-OK that we've got audio now, it should be working. Yeah, I'll just wait for somebody to. Yes, we've got audio. I was just talking about. Well, welcome to my October 2023 live sale. I'm doing this on a weeknight, on a Thursday night. This is unusual for me. Usually I do these on a Saturday or a Sunday, but I figured, what the hell, I'll just kind of mix it up a little bit and try something different. But I was just talking about how I'm sort of tired right now, and that's probably the reason why there was no audio, because I was I'm tired. I took a fishing trip. I left yesterday morning my house here in Vermont about 4 o'clock in the morning and went down to the Cape with my kayak and my fly rod and went to go catch some false albacore. But I didn't catch any false albacore. I caught a small bluefish. And then I fished all day yesterday, and then I fished this morning down in the Cape, and then I busted my butt to get back up here, and I got back up here late in the afternoon, early evening. So I apologize for those audio troubles. That was completely on me. And I see there's a whole bunch of people in the live stream. Welcome, folks. Thanks for joining me. This is kind of fun. I like these live sales on a weeknight versus the weekend. I hope everybody is drinking your beverage of choice. I'm drinking the good old Heady Topper, a double IPA made here in Vermont. It's a kick-ass beer. And so, all right. Perhaps some of you have never participated in my live sales before, so let's just go over some ground rules. So if you wanted to check out the details on your own, visit reefbum.com/live sale, and you've got all the detailed rules that are there. And so what's going to happen is I'm going to start running a video, and there's 82 corals in the live sale tonight, and so each of these frags will have a number, and what you do is you go to the page where you can buy these frags, which is reefbum.com/shop live sale, or it's just really the WYSIWYG section of my website on reefbum.com. So if you visit the WYSIWYG section, what you should see right now is the UPS module. And if you know that you're going to be buying more than $350 worth of frags, then you don't need to pay for shipping. You don't need to buy a UPS shipping module. But if you believe that you're going to be under the $350, then it's a good idea to buy that shipping module. You don't have to, but if you buy that shipping module in advance of the live sale or before you buy some frags, and just make sure you select adding to an order, that option on checkout, so that way you will not be paying for shipping. You know, we'll have it all figured out. So if you end up buying the shipping module and you go over $350, I'll refund that to you. If you know, however it works out, we'll make you whole. Don't worry about it. So if you buy a shipping module, then you end up paying for shipping somehow again on an order, then I'll refund you the one you know, the $50 for the additional shipping. Hey, Reef Exotica by Luis Space. What's happening there? Johnny Walker, green label there. Nice, Luis. No margarita going there? Make some killer margaritas. So, all right, and what else do I need to tell you here? So, yeah, to buy a frag, what you do is you go to the WYSIWYG page and you put it in, you know, put it in your shopping cart. You got to complete the checkout process. If you don't complete that checkout process, then the frag is going to, if it gets purchased by somebody else, it's going to go away, and then you'll be bummed out. So, you know, I know I've been talking up the Tyree Purple Monster frags, and there are going to be some in this live sale. So for those of you that have your eyes set on those frags, just click quickly. I don't know what to say, but so the other thing to note is that if all the frags are not sold tonight, then the sale prices on the frags will be good until this Sunday, October 8th. And the last piece of advice I have is that in past live sales, people have had issues seeing the most up-to-date frag. So what, you know, I show the video and I go one at a time in terms of frag 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And after I show number 1, then I make that frag available for sale on the website. And then number 2, after that video is shown, I show that frag for sale on the website. And in the past, there's been issues with those frags showing up. People are trying to refresh their pages. So I think we've got that figured out, but my advice to you is, and if you know how to do this before we begin the live sale, just make sure you clear your browser cache. And I'm not going to give instructions on how to do that. It's a little complicated because it depends on which browser you are using. So you might want to clear your browser cache to make sure that as I update the website to make each additional frag I show on the live sale for sale, then you want to see that in a timely fashion. You can also, if you're on the WYSIWYG page right now, you can see there's an option to sort by the latest products. and that should also refresh the page, and then you could also just reload the browser. It's just then that should refresh the page. So if for some reason you guys are not seeing all the frags that I'm putting up there, then let me know in the chat. Do we have any questions before we start? Any questions? Let me give you guys like 30 seconds to ask some questions, because we are in a little bit of a delay here. We are a little bit of a delay. Let me just check something here before we begin. Give you guys a little time. So again, if you're not sure about the shipping, if you think you're going to be under 350 bucks, then go ahead and purchase a shipping module. You can do that, and then just hit adding to an order when you're checking out, and then you won't have to pay multiple instances of shipping. But and in terms of shipping the frags, okay, so Monday is Columbus Day. I'm not gonna, even if UPS is shipping next day air packages, it's a holiday for a lot of people, so I'm not shipping Monday. And so I would think the majority of the orders that get placed tonight will be shipping either next Tuesday or Wednesday. Don't ship on Thursdays, because I don't like to ship on a Thursday for a Friday delivery, because if there's a delay by UPS, then the box is not going to potentially get to its destination until the following Monday, which would really suck. So I'm saying, Reefer, do I need to create an account with you to purchase? I don't think you need to. I think you could check out as a guest. It's gonna. I would assume though it's gonna take a little longer to check out as a guest, because then you're gonna have to fill in more information, I believe. So I guess it couldn't hurt to create an account. And yeah. So that's the deal in terms of shipping. And I will everybody that puts an order in tonight, I will get back to you tomorrow. I'm not going to get back to you tonight about your orders. I'll reach out tomorrow to make arrangements for shipping. So let the games begin. There anyone have a coupon code? No, you can't use a coupon on this sale, because the frags are already on sale, except for a couple of frags, but no coupons. No coupons. All right. Let's get going here. So the first frag up for grabs is the ORA Hawkins, and I don't have a lot of frags of this. I had a huge, hey Andy, I had a huge colony of the Hawkins a while ago, and I started to lose pieces of it, but I was able to salvage some big chunks, started to regrow it. So I haven't been offering up a lot of frags of the Hawkins lately. It's it's an awesome turquoise, striking, smooth skin coral. It can be a little persnickety because it is a smooth skinned coral, so you know, you got to be a bit careful with it. You got to have some take care of those smooth skins. Next, we've got the PC Rainbow. PC Rainbow. This thing is pretty freaking awesome. It's blood red for me. I got my big mother colony. It's probably 15 inches across. That is growing in my peninsula tank. So it's a I don't know. I don't get a lot of multiple colors in mine, but I do get you know, a lot of red. So it's gorgeous. Grows fast. Grows pretty fast. Hey, Brian Mac 1. Next up, the Jason Fox Flame. I've talked about this before, but I had a lot of trouble growing this this particular coral. For some reason, every frag I picked up would flame out on me. So I finally had success with a frag of the fox flame, and I've grown it out to a nice little mini colony. It's really cool. It's a cool coral, and pretty popular coral among my customers, I'd say. Light requirement for the Hawkins. I would say don't kill it with light. You know, it can handle a medium amount of par, maybe 250, 300 max. What I would do with it. I've had it pretty low down in my tanks. The UC Mercury Rising Millie. This is a new Millie that I just started fragging. And love Millies. Got this from Unique Corals a long time ago, and it's finally grown out into a nice little mini colony for me. So you can see this one is really hairy. That's a picture of the mother. Kind of like a reddish pink, I guess if I would have to say, color-wise, with those pink polyps. Excuse me, pretty neat. Hey, Sonny, thanks, man. Milka Stylo, the Milka Stylo. This thing is just this is a bitchin' coral, and it's a centerpiece coral, I believe. It really is. I think that just the purple on it, it's an amazing color. It grows fast. It's a nice hardy coral. It's a good coral if your tank is you know, just kind of getting going, or if you're perhaps new to SPS. It's a good piece to add to a young tank. So what we got next? The ACI Light Bright. Picked up a frag of this for a few years ago, a couple of years ago maybe it was, from Chris Meckley at ACI. I gotta ask him. Maybe he told me this. I'm not exactly sure what kind of acro this is, the species of the scientific name of this particular acro. It sort of reminds me of the fox flame because it's got, look, those very yellow highlighted coral lights, but obviously the fox flame has a highlight at the top tip of each branch. But you can also see that the ACI Light Bright does too. But there's just more accents, I think, on the ACI Light Bright in terms of the coral lights. So there's more yellow on those coral lights. Next we got, this one is one of my favorites, the TSA Princess Peach. So freaking red, this coral, and it also developed some green in the base of the branches. So I've got a big colony growing in my peninsula tank. I took a frag because I really hey, thank you, Insane Reefer, appreciate that, man. And I took a frag from the peninsula tank, put it into my my other system because I just wanted to back it up, and now it's grown into a little mini colony in the other system. Yeah, Andy, I'd say 350 par for the ACI Light Bright. And this is a tricolor of Valida. Seeing Reefer, I'll get back to you on that question, man. I got a lot of balls up in the air here right now, but Isolate MT dose, would I dose daily or daily would be best for the Isolate MT. Yeah, I was able to answer that question. Love the tricolors. Love the tricolors. Very purple branches. You got some cream coloration in there. You got the green coloration going on in there. A lot happening. The Upscales Microcladus. Yes, a classic coral from Upscales, which is a local fish store. Andy, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's in Oregon. And it's been around for a long, long time, but it's got those purple polyps and the green neon, you know, branches, coral lights, what have you. It's got some kind of purple tips on the coral lights there, or highlights, whatever you want to call it. Really cool contrast with colors. I agree there, Brian Mac 1. $82 frags in the sale, by the way, like I said at the beginning of the show. 82 frags. TSA Bill Murray. Tabling acro. I've got ginormous colony in my peninsula tank. This is a colony. I'm also growing it out under some halides in my other system. So it grows very, very fast. So if you're looking to add something that you want to have like some real estate filled up, then this is definitely a coral that you should consider. Ah, good to know, Andy. Still there, huh? What do we got next? One of my favorite millies. I don't have a lot of these for sale. In fact, I don't have any others in this live sale for the Aqua SD Rainbow Millie. That's under LEDs. It's a kick-ass sunset Millie. So that this is a rarity. I don't know if I'm gonna have these back up for sale. I'm growing it out, so I was able to spare a frag for this live sale. What do we got next? This is a Worldwide Corals Blueberry Fields frag. And this is a colony in my peninsula tank. This is a frag. Obviously, it's a very well-heeled frag, well-established frag. I've had it in my peninsula tank for a long time, and it is really pretty striking when you see it in person. Striking. That was it a while ago in terms of the mother, but once it gets going, it's a thing of beauty. Another Millie that is just deep red. It also gets some green highlights at the base of the branches. And I don't know. I say this a lot, but I just can't get enough of the red and the pink Millies. I'm a sucker for any kind of Millie, but the red and the pink one, those are my I have a real soft spot for those. What do we got next? Yes, I know. Purple monsters are coming soon. Jason Fox Homewrecker. 25% off this deal. That's a chunky frag. This I haven't been shouting out the size of these frags, but this Homewrecker is a 3/4 inch frag, but it's already got some branches that are sprouting out of it. So that's a pretty good head start for a Homewrecker frag, even though it's only 3/4 inches, but it's a long 3/4 inch, I'll say that. Let me put it that way. This is a really cool tenuous, the kryptonite tenuous. This is one of those corals that are just, you could see across from the room. I always get serious polyp extension on this thing. It's very forgiving. It can take various different types of lighting in terms of the par. I've had it in low par. I've had it on high par, and don't use chemiclean. So yeah, you can see that's a picture of the mother colony at one point in time. Kryptonite is a very appropriate adjective to describe that tenuous. This is an awesome table, and I also love to collect tables. There's a lot of different colors going on. It's a multicolored table. You've got the red, you've got the pink, you've got some green in there, you got some brown in there, beige, what have you. There's a lot going on with the BC Aquatic Man table, and that's a seriously encrusted frag, multi-branched frag. So you can see a picture of the mother colony right there. It's there's a lot of red in there. It just depends on the conditions that you have it in terms of the color that you will see on that table. So I think that table is getting like around 300 par in my frag tank. Purple Slimer. Gotta love the Purple Slimer. It's another very popular coral. People that shop on my website. It's a staghorn. It's just like the green Slimer. It looks just like the green Slimer, except it's really purple. And I like staghorns. I think they make a reef look very natural. So put like a green Slimer and a purple Slimer together in the same tank and watch them just take off. Pretty neat. Okay. This is a new coral that I'm offering up for sale now. The Jason Fox Midnight Dynamite. I got it from Chris Meckley at ACI, and I was like, Chris, don't send me any more Monties because they grow too frickin' fast. So I think I recently got this a number of months ago, and I've already like grown it so big that it's fraggable. So it's a sick Monty though, you know. It's like got the purplish skin, the bright green polyps. So it's that's a picture. One of my mini colonies. I broke it apart by mistake, so I've got a couple of colonies in the different tanks, my different frag tanks. So yeah. Sexy Corals Orange Passion. Kind of I guess you would say this is an old school rainbow tenuous coral. I've had this in my system for a long time. This is under halides, and this is a really well-established, well-encrusted frag of the Sexy Corals Orange Passion. This particular one is 1.5 inches tall. Yeah, Crystal Experiment. I've got it, Brian Mack. I've got that one. Yes. At some point, I'll have frags for that. What do we got next? Ah. Good old-fashioned Cali Tort. Good old-fashioned Cali Tort. This is another one, grows very quickly for me. It's an Austera. No, what am I? Austera. It's a Tortuosa. Excuse me. Like I said at the beginning, I'm tired. Long trip. Bad timing for me. I shouldn't be doing long trips back and forth before I do a live sale. Not good. That was an old video of the mother colony in my 187-gallon tank, and it was like 18 inches across. It was ridiculously large. Let a pink tip. This is a relatively new addition to my collection of SPS, and once I got happy in my Peninsula tank, it started growing really fast for me, and it's such a cool coral. I mean, look at the coloration on that. You'll see the mother colony coming up, but just the pink, purple tips, you know, no, it's more purple to me than pink, but I guess you could see the pink in there, and a lot of green with the polyps. So And that's next to the Worldwide Corals blueberry fields, and so they seem to get along fine. There's no nobody's losing that battle. This is a coral that I used to have for sale for a long time, and then I almost lost my colony. I saved the frag, and I got this directly from Adam at Battle Corals. It's BC Poor Man's Battle Stag, and it's pretty much like a just a deep purple stag, but yeah, Andy, there you go. There's a shot of the mother colony in my 187 gallon tank. So I love it. It's really cool. Very purple. Very purple. That sucks, Insane Reefer. Keep trying. That's all I can tell you from my experience with the Fox Flame. The 5th time was a charm for me. Another coral from ACI, the Emerald Forest. It's just it's super bright green encrusting Monty, and I've got my mother colony is encrusting on the floor of one of my frag tanks. I like that. I like having, you know, even a bare bottom tank. I think it's cool to have Monties because they'll just kind of encrust on the bottom of the tank and add some serious splash of color. Another new coral that I haven't had for sale at all until recently, and this is the BC Gilded Lily. Got this directly from Adam at Battle Corals, and you'll see in the mother colony, this is a kind of a growth tip, so it doesn't have a lot of the coloration that you're going to see in the mother colony. It's cool because it's like a yellow coral. You don't see a lot of yellow corals out there, and it's got kind of a some magenta tips, purplish, pinkish tips, I guess you could say. So it's a very unique coral, I think. Jackson's Rainbow Tenuous. I have 2 big colonies of this thing. It's a pretty sick coral. You know, it's got the pink, the red coral lights. There's a lot of different. It's got a rainbow of colors. I think the more par you give it, the more those red and pinks will come out, and the polyps and the coral lights. So it's and there's you know, you can see a lot of blue also in the mother colony. There's some green in there. There's a lot of stuff going on there, and so this is like one of those rainbow tenuouses that were like one of the original rainbow tenuous that Rich Colombo, I think, was the one that first had this thing. So it's well worth the premium price, I believe. ACI Dragon Fruit, another encrusting Monty from the Meckleys at ACI, and it's got like that blood red skin, got the bright green polyps. And this is another one that I have encrusting on the bottom of a bare bottom tank. I've got this in my Peninsula bare bottom tank. So it's really neat. I think my goal is with that Peninsula tank is to have the entire bare bottom covered by encrusting Monties, and I don't find them to be problematic with the getting on the rock and then overtaking the SPS that are on the rock. They're pretty gentle in my opinion. This is another pink Millie that I have. I love this. This is bright pink, neon pink, maybe you could even say, from BC. It's the BC Dayglow Millie. I got this in one of those battle boxes from Adam. Very well encrusted. You can see the video of the mother colony right there. What do we got next? Ah, classic. The Vivid's Confetti, another well-encrusted frag of the Vivid Confetti. This particular frag is pretty much all red, but you can get, obviously, confetti alludes to multiple colors. So, you know, I've had frags that have developed those multi colors. The Not so much in my mother colony, but it's weird. It depends in terms of where my frags are placed in my frag tank for the other colors to kind of come out. But that's classic from Vivid Aquariums. This is an E-coral, the Worldwide Corals Cookie Monster. This is a Sarmentosa. So you'll see the mother colony. It's just very bright green, kind of like a Kelly green, maybe you could say it that way. I don't know in terms of that color, but it's got those magenta tips. And when it grows out into a colony, it's just a really very striking contrast in colors. And mine tables out. I don't know, you know, my peninsula tank, based on the height of the tank, which is only 20 inches tall, and the flow I got going in there, a lot of my corals are tabling out in that tank, which I love. Walt Disney. This is the only frag of the Walt Disney I've got in the live sale. Multi-branch piece, 1 inch tall. Gotta love the Walt Disney. That could be one of my favorite rainbow tenuouses out there. Worth the premium price, for sure. Mother colony shots. Next, we've got a classic digitata, the ATL Forest Fire Digi. This is a great beginner coral. They grow really fast, super colorful. So bright orange. It's got a lot of green in it in terms of the tips. So it's a classic. It's a classic digitata that is super colorful, and it's another one of those corals that you can kind of see from across the room. And sometimes it's great just to add, you know, corals like that to a tank. I'm a big believer in terms of you're painting it's kind of like a canvas, and you're an artist, and you're putting a bunch of colors together in a reef tank, and an orange coral and a green coral, a blue coral, a purple coral. Those all play important roles in my view. But that's me, you know, it's a personal thing. Orange Crush Monty. This is a bright orange encrusting Montipora that I got a long time ago, and I've had, you know, on my system. So it's another one that's an encrusting Montipora, but it's just straight up bright orange. Well, Sonny, if you're still out there, man, I got one of your corals up for sale, or the PC Superman table, Pro Corals Superman table, and this is one of my favorite tables that I have in my systems, because it's a bright red. It's got the green, you know, hints, the base of the branches, depending on the placement. I think I've got I've got 2 colonies of this. One of my frag tanks under about 300 par, and the other I've got on my peninsula tank that's grown onto a nice little mini colony. That's probably getting about the same in terms of the par. Another ACI coral, the ACI Toxic Arachnopora. Super, super bright neon green, yellow, however you want to say that, in terms of what that's representing. But another very hardy coral. And yeah, there's a shot of the mother. In my peninsula tank, it's gotten much, much bigger. All right. Experts only for this Tyree Purple Monster frag. And I've been growing this out for years and years. So I'm finally able to offer up frags. But don't buy this if you're new to SPS, if you're starting a tank that's only a few months old, if you don't have a lot of experience with reef tanks, don't buy that piece, okay? Because it takes a long time to grow. I'm going to warn you, it takes a long time to grow out. And this is a 3/4 inch piece that I have. There's the mother colony right there. So it is a very premium priced frag, but I believe it's well deserved because of the amount of time it takes to grow. I've got a lot of overhead costs, people. Yeah, it's a holy grail coral there for sure. Reef Raft Unknown Pink Millie. Another beautiful Millipora. And it multi-branched. How big is this sucker? This is like 1 1/4 inches. So it also develops a little green at the you can kind of see it in that mother colony shot right there. But yeah, it's a beautiful pink Millie, and it tables out for me. DC Joker 2.0. DC Joker 2.0. When I had Sanjay over visiting my tanks, he looked into my peninsula tank and he saw my colony, the BC Joker 2.0. He's like, "Wow, that's a beautiful coral." And you'll see the mother colony. It's striking. I guess it's a bonsai coral because it's got the green polyps and it's purple and all that stuff. But what really stands out are the bright yellow and neon tips on this thing. Purple Monster went quick, huh? Okay. There is going to be another frag. So if you missed out on the one Purple Monster, there will be one more. There will be one more coming up. And you know I'm saving the best for last. So I'm afraid that if you guys want a Purple Monster frag, you're going to have to hang in there to the bitter end. I'm not stupid, right? Home wrecker. Big chunky home wrecker. It 1 inch. How could somebody buy it before you had a chance? Is that one of those bots that bought it? Or did somebody have like 10 computers out at once? This was actually a coral that was sold to me that was told was a pearlberry, but it became quickly apparent to me that after I started growing it out that it was not an ORA pearlberry. There's a lot of imitations out there of the pearlberries. So this one is actually a tabling aqua, but it does have some of the same qualities in terms of the coloration. So it's got like the pearlescent coloration on there. Yeah, there you go. There's a shot of the mother colony. Really neat coral. Yeah, if you want to buy a Purple Monster frag, you definitely need fiber optics. High-speed internet definitely would help. Another PC Rainbow. PC Rainbow frag. Yeah, under certain lighting conditions, and I haven't figured that out yet in terms of those lighting conditions, but you will get a rainbow of colors on this thing. But like I said before, my mother colony is just all red. And then, you know, if I keep frags in my frag tank, which is the same lighting, I got the GHL Mitras, then I will kind of get the multitude of colors on that. Green, red, yeah, Rollies, Reef French, yeah. It's true. I've seen some really pretty wild looking PC Rambos in terms of those colors. This is a new coral that I've started fragging. Actually, I fragged this thing by mistake. I've got this in my 187 gallon tank that I rebooted a while ago, almost a year ago, and I broke off a branch of this. So I don't have a lot of these frags for sale, but it's really cool because it's like a purple Taraki, and I can't recall seeing purple Tarakis that are, you know, a lot of them that are out there. So I think this is a pretty cool. It's a smooth skin coral, but it's a pretty rare deal in terms of the Reef Nation purple Taraki. Oh, D Hill, they got the PM. Wow. Um, a very, very well encrusted Jackson's Rainbow Tenuous frag. Very well encrusted. So you can already kind of see the coral lights there are developing, the pinks and the reds. So it's a beautiful frag of a beautiful coral. Thanks again, everybody, for joining me in this live sale. This is a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. I know I'm mixing it up a little bit, having a live sale on a weeknight, but hey, it's all good. TSA Bill Murray, another TSA Bill Murray frag. This one's an inch tall, multi-branch, which is cool. Like I mentioned before, it's a tabling acro, grows really fast. That's a shot of it under LEDs. The frags are actually being grown out under. I've got frags from under both the LEDs and the halides, but the frags in these in the live sale is from under halides. Tyree Blue Matrix. I've been told this is a hoax of mine. So it's a not a lot of blue corals out there. Kevin C. No pink lemonades in this live sale. Sorry about that. But it's a super blue, a lot of polyp extension. I got a lot of polyp extension on the Tyree Blue Matrix, and it's a very hardy coral. I've had it in my systems for a long time. You can see the polyp extension right there in the mother colony. Yes, right, Brymac. Got another Worldwide Corals Cookie Monster frag. Mentioned that's a Sarmentosa. And I don't know. Some people don't like green corals, but I like I said before, you gotta have a palette. You don't gotta. I mean, that's what I like. I like to have a palette of colors in my reef tanks. But if you're missing the like a green coral, that's so cool in terms of the tips on it with those magenta tips. Then this is so worthy in terms of an addition to your tank. And it's a table. Tables. Palmer's Blue Millie. This is the only Palmer's Blue Millie frag I have, and it's probably going to be the only one I have for a while. This is in grow out. So every now and then I could snip a little frag off there. Yes, I agree. It's all about the bull colors. I do agree. Not a lot of blue millies out there. So this one you don't see too often being offered up for sale in the hobby. Picture of the mother. This is another tabling acro. That's one of my nice, Jim. You snagged the palmers. This is another really beautiful blood red tabling acro from Top Shelf Aquatics, the TSA Fruity Pebbles. So it's very well established in one of my display tanks. I've got it at the bottom of my peninsula tank. That's a shot of the bottom of my peninsula tank. So it's probably getting like 300 par. Bottom of the peninsula tank. This was a mistake frag because I'm growing out this rainbow tenuous, I guess you can call it, in my 187 gallon display tank, and I broke off a frag by mistake. And I got a piece of this from somebody that sent it to me, like a 1/4 inch nub, and you'll see the mother colony coming up. And I grew it. I grew it into this nice big colony, like a 1/4 inch nub that he broke off during maintenance or whatever, just fragging some stuff, and grew up in that beautiful colony. So that's a coral I don't see too often in the hobby. I'm not sure why that is. Another Paletta pink tip. Sunday driver. Did I use the wrong word? Did I call it something else? Yes. Thanks, Jeremy D. Jason Fox Sunday driver. This has been a long day. Long day. But that's a chunky Paletta pink tip frag. Like I mentioned, we got 82 frags in the live sale here. And like I said at the beginning, I'll reach out to all you folks that buy some stuff tonight. I'll reach out to you tomorrow to arrange for shipping. I'm not shipping on Monday because it's Columbus Day. I will ship on Tuesday and Wednesday. So for those orders that were placed the earliest, you would get the priority to be shipping on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. And if we can't do that, then we'll ship the following week, either Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Jason Fox Frankie's Kryptonite Acro, really cool coral. It's an Austera. A lot of colors going on here. You got the dominant purple, you've got the green, you've got some cream coloration happening there. Really neat coral. That's the classic Two Guys Corals Cherry Bomb. It's like a red pink cherry tenuous. Not a lot of those types of tenuous out there in terms of those colors. Got a little hints of green in there you can see too. So if you're into the tenuous, then you're gonna you want to get one of those classic cherry bombs. Got a lot of pink in terms of the coralites, at least in my colony, which is under halides. This is a Tyree Icefire Echinata. Just a bitchin' coral. I mean, it's a gorgeous coral, and every now and then I have frags available. So I don't think I have any other frags in this live sale for the Icefire Echinata, and I don't have any on my fresh cut section on my website because I'm still kind of reestablishing the colony. I moved the colony when I rebooted my 187 gallon tank. I took the colony out, so I'm kind of nursing it along. I don't want to like go too crazy with it. There's a shot of the mother before I moved it. Beautiful coral. It's another smooth skin, so you got to be careful. It can be sensitive. So this is another coral that if you're new to SPS, I would not recommend getting this. If you've got a young tank, I would probably not recommend getting it. Good for you know, people that have been in the hobby for a few years and have had success with more difficult, delicate SPS. Another ACI Light Bright frag. Well encrusted frag. As you can see, like I said before, it kind of reminds me of the Jason Fox Flame, but it's a different type of SPS, but it's got those yellow tips on it, but it's also got more yellow in terms of the coral lights. And you can see it's got those red pinkish polyps too. This is the an old school table from North Stars Coral back when there was a North Stars Coral, the pink clathrata, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm not positive, but so it's another red pinkish table. And this is a tip. It's a very hard coral to frag. It's the branches are very thin, so as you can kind of see there with the with that mother colony shot, it's not easy to get in there to get a sizable frag. This video does not do this coral justice. The Tyree Superman tenuous, it's a lot more blue in person. It really is. I just, for some reason, I have a hard time getting good video of this. So it's a blue tenuous. So that's a pretty cool thing, and it's up its own there. I mean, you don't see a lot of blue tenuous, and it's kind of got those orangey polyps. There's a shot you can see of the mother colony. So you've got some green also deep in the branches there. Reddish, pinkish polyps with blue. I dig that coral. An old school Montipora. It's been around for a long time. The tub Stiletta Monte. Got like that purplish skin, bright green polyps, and when you grow out a colony, you'll see the colony shot coming up. It's a real sick combination, and it grows fast. Like, you know, most Montipora in my systems, this thing just will go crazy. So you got to be careful if you have this coral in your tank, that in terms of the placement, you want to make sure, because it can be it can grow quick, so you want to make sure you give it a lot of real estate. This is another favorite of my customers, the Tyree Red Dragon, an old school smooth skin coral, the, you know, very reddish pinkish type of coral. It grows really well. So it's this is another one. If you're looking to add a splash of color, then that's a great coral to add to your collection. Mother colony shot. Another classic from Steve Tyree, the Lime in the Sky. Super bright green. It's got those baby blue tips. It's a staghorn. It kind of reminds me of a green slimer, but it's not as aggressive in terms of the growth as a green slimer. At least that's what I find. Really cool coral though. So if you're looking for a green staghorn, get the purple slimer. You get the Tyree lime in the sky. What else? The Hoaxamai, the Tyree blue matrix. Am I missing something? Stag wise. Oh, speaking of the purple slimer, there you go. Another purple slimer frag. Yeah. But yeah, it's just solid purple. Another coral that I've had in my systems for a long time. A long time. There's a branch of one of the mother colonies that I have. Just plant that frag in the tank and let it do its thing. It's a, you know, staghorns to me, it's just a very natural look. And it's a really cool splash of color. This is a new frag that I just started selling. The Top Shelf Aquatics Sour Patch, another bonsai acro. So you got a lot of things going on here. You got the purple on the tips, you got the green polyps. And the one thing I find about these bonsai and even tricolors is when I frag them, and even when they start encrusting, you don't see the true colors until you know, a while down the road. You know, so that's a mother colony shot there. It's on a tile that I have in one of my frag tanks, but it takes them a while in terms of realizing their full potential. And I'm not exactly sure why that is the case, but I've heard that from others too, that tricolors can do that, and even bonsais. This is a coral that I got from Dong Zo, an acro garden. Everybody knows Dong, I think. Been on my live stream a few times. And he's like, I don't know what it's called. It's like this gold coralites, kind of reddish brown polyps. But he's like, just give it a name. Call it something you want to call it. It's like, all right, I'll call it the ReefBum's Gold Medal Millie, because it's there's a lot of gold coloration that comes out here, and even on the tips you can kind of see. In this shot right here, the mother colony, there's kind of like some green hues going on with the tip, but there's a lot of green in terms of the tips, and then there's a lot of gold coloration and reddish brown, whatever you want to call that color. It's a really cool millie. I'll take any millie, personally. I'll never turn down a millie. This is a frag that started out as the Worldwide Corals grafted cap. So for those familiar with that coral, it's got a lot of green in it, so it's a grafted coral. But my frag basically did not grow out any of the green; it just grew out the orange. And I've got a ginormous colony of this. That's part of the colony in my peninsula tank. And so I'm not, that's why I market it as a orange cap, because even though it originated as a grafted cap, I don't think the green is going to come through anymore. Another Sexy Corals Orange Passion frag. This is a 3/4 inch frag with a Sexy Corals Orange Passion. Does Tyree mean? What does Tyree mean in the coral names? Steve Tyree, he's been around for a long time, and he's put out some pretty incredible corals. Steve is well known to many of us who've been in the hobby for a long time, and he has some very classics. One of the first guys to bring in, I mean, he's brought in a lot of corals to this hobby. So there's definitely a lot of cachet with that name, and a lot of the stuff that he that has his name on it is very well desired by SPS collectors. So you say Steve Tyree, and then that'll grab some attention. Another Unique Corals Mercury Rising Millie. Still some sick polyp extension on this. Next, we got the Oregon Blue Tort. Probably my favorite acro. Incredibly blue. You guys like to keep a lot of blue lighting, then maybe this is not the coral for you. But I dig more the full spectrum lighting. So this thing is a it's crazy how freaking blue that thing is. Really incredible. Herbie's Reef. One purple monster frag's been sold, and we got one more coming up. And I'll say it right now, we got 82 frags in the live sale, and I've saved the best frag for last. An old school. Jim, you're scoring some nice stuff there, man. I thought you had the Oregon Blue Tort there, Jim. Greg Hiller's Aqua Delight, another old school SPS coral, turquoise coloration, got kind of like the purple polyps. You'll see with the mother colony shot right there that it's another really beautiful coral in terms of how it just stands out with the contrast of the polyps and the branches. Yes, Spencer, Steve, Tyree is the legend. Oh, you lost the Oregon Blue Tort, Jim. Oh, that stinks. Well, got another frag to start it out. The Blue Boy table. This is a you don't see this too often. It's a blue tabling acro, and if you look really closely, it's got orangey polyps. So I don't know how many blue tables are out there in the hobby, but you can see the mother colony right there. That's completely encrusted over the tile. Paul wants the last frag. Milk Stylo. Milk Stylo. Yeah, Brymac, the Blue Boy does take it encrusts a lot. There's a lot of incrustation goes on with the Blue Boy, but then it starts sprouting out some branches. It's really cool. There's the mother colony of the Milka. That Milka is a big, chunky 2 1/4 inches, so ginormous, ginormous. Another BC Joker 2.0, a very well encrusted frag. I don't have a lot of frags for sale at this point. I think in the live sale I've got the 2, and then I don't believe I have any fresh cut stuff going on right now. So this one is I mentioned Sanjay really caught his eye when he was here visiting, looking at my tanks, and it's definitely a coral that I've backed up on my other system. So that's a shot of it under the LEDs. Bright purple and just neon yellow tips. This is another ReefBum tricolor Validia. And, so this is another case where I think a tricolor frag will kind of lose its color right after you frag it. So it takes a little while to get the color back in these tricolor frags. But, this one's pretty well encrusted, so it's already well on its way to being grown out. Well, not being grown out, but It's an established frag. Let's just call it an established frag. But it's one of the neater tricolors that I have in my collection. ACI Manila Spy. Got this from Chris at ACI a while ago. It's super bright orange, red. It's a coral that Chris got from Jake Adams, who brought it. I believe Jake brought it into the States. I think this, as a story, Chris told me that Jake got it in Dubai and brought it into the U.S. and then gave Chris a piece. So I got a piece from Chris. So this is kind of like one of those Jake Adams. It's got the Jake Adams legacy on it there. Mother colony shot there. I haven't had this coral for sale for a while. It's been in grow out, the Crayola plana. Speaking of Jake, this was a coral that I sent him. He was intrigued by it. It's a tabling acro. It's got a lot of green. It's got a lot of cream coloration in there. The base of the branches, it's hard to see with the frag. It's got that purple. You'll see the mother colony right there. It's got very dense branching, but it is a tabling acro. And like I said, I don't have a lot of frags at this point in time because it is in grow out. But I did have one frag that was in the back of one of my frag tanks that I snagged for this live sale. This was another coral that Jake was intrigued by, and I sent him a frag of this, the Seaquarium Unknown. It's got, you'll see the mother colony coming up. It's shaped like at one point in time it was shaped like a tulip for me. It had just like this single stem and then branches popping out of that stem. So you'll see it in the colony shot right there. Kind of got the purplish magenta tips happening there. So this is a coral that's, it's predominantly yellow. Again, that's kind of rare to have a yellow acro, but it's the formation of it that I think is really quite neat in terms of the shape of it. That's the unique part of the Seaquarium Unknown. BC Cool No Name is a frag that I got in a battle box, another battle box I got from Adamant Battle Corals. I think this is it looks to me like almost like a tenuous. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but it's got a rainbow of colors. I don't know if you could call this a rainbow tenuous or not. It's probably not a tenuous the way those branches are spaced, but it when you look at just one single branch, it does remind me of a rainbow tenuous. So there's a lot of things going on there in terms of that coral. Another Jason Fox Midnight Dynamite. If you're looking for some forgiving corals, and pick up some Montes, pick up some Stylophora, and all of them are really cool looking. They're all pretty colorful. I like stuff that has sharp contrasting in terms of the skin and the polyps. So this has got that going on with the green polyps and the purple skin. Another Jackson's Rainbow Tenuous frag. So you can see this frag has got a lot of the pink and the red in terms of the polyps and the corallites right there. How big is this frag here? That is 3/4 of an inch. So it's I mentioned it before, but it's a very one of the original rainbow tenuouses out there before the whole rainbow tenuous craze started, and I think this one is really worthy of the premium price on the hype. All right, we're getting near the end. We're getting near the end. Super chunky reef raft unknown pink millie. 1.5 inches tall, multiple branches. You can kind of see the green developing at the base of that very well encrusted frag. This one has tabled out for me, as you can see, next to the kryptonite tenuous. This is a well encrusted old school coral. The what does the CB stand for? Is it cornbread corals? If anybody knows that, let me know in the chat. The and I don't know how to pronounce this. The male ficient. God me. It's a really bright red coral. I don't know what type of what the scientific name is in terms of the this particular acro, but it's a super bright red, as you can see right there. The mother colony. I don't have a ton of frags of that. Getting close to the end. ATL Strawberry Fields, another old school Maleficent. I think that's what you're saying there, B. Fisher. Cornbread, yeah, I was right. Okay. But yeah, ATL Strawberry Fields, tabling acro, solid green, and it's got the strawberry tips. Really cool coral. I've got it in both of my systems because it's one of my favorites. Yeah, I got it after a while, right, B. Fisher? This is another coral that if you're new to SPS, you want something more forgiving. It's a Stylophora. It's a Jason Fox bug out style. There's multiple names for this Stylophora, but it's a looker. There's a lot of things going on there. You know, those polyps are just electrifying in terms of how they stand out. There's a lot of purple you can kind of see, but those polyps, look at those polyps. Crazy how that coral looks. Thanks, Rob. Another old school classic, the ReefBum's Mother of Pearl. And very purple. It's got some green. You can kind of see some greenish hues right there, lime coloration in the tips, but you'll also see that kind of like within the branches. Jim, yeah, bug out. Good one, man. You can kind of see the green right there. So multiple things going on with that one. All right, we're getting to the end, and I'm losing my voice. The final frag up for grabs is this super chunky Tyree Purple Monster frag, 3/4 inches, but it's multi-branch, which is pretty freaking rare. I use a my bandsaw to frag this coral. Again, experts only. Please, if you're new to SPS or you've got it, or if you're, you know, you've been into SPS for a long time and you got a young tank, don't buy this coral because it needs a lot of attention and it needs a well-established system to do well. It's going to take years for that thing to grow to that size, that frag, you know, the mother colony right there. Mitch, yeah, you can do that if you wanted to. Just if you want to round up to go over what Mitch is asking is for for free shipping. If you're like just under 350, or if you're wherever you're at and you want to get free shipping, you could go to my fresh cut section on the website and add a coral. Just select adding to an order to Bill, Saltwater Haven. Congrats, dude. Wow. Got the PM. Purple Monster. Woo. Holy Grail coral. Holy Grail. But yeah, if you want to like, you know, get to that free shipping level, then you could add a fresh cut frag if you don't want any of the what's left of the WYSIWYG. But you know, so whatever is not sold on from this live sale in the WYSIWYG section, whatever's not sold will still remain on sale until this Sunday, October 8th. So you still have time if you know, Mitch, if you want to, you know, look over what's still left in the WYSIWYG, then you can still have some time to potentially pick a WYSIWYG frag and snag it to get the free shipping. So yeah, I think I'll get a piece of something. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna have another live sale, folks, in late November. That's not around Thanksgiving. Probably like beginning of December. And I'm gonna probably have a couple more Purple Monster frags in that live sale. And don't reach out to me to ask me to cut a Purple Monster frag. I've kind of made the business decision to make these frags available only in my live sales. And it's a you know, it's a crappy business decision, I know, for some folks that really want one, but I get so many inquiries for the Purple Monster frag, so I just kind of feel like this is the fair way for me to do it, but also you know, generate a lot of interest in terms of these live sales, which are important for me to keep the business cranking. So I know there's a lot of folks out there that want Purple Monster frags, and I will do my best to you know, make as many as I can available for these live sales. So yeah, I think I'm not going to be fragging that Purple Monster probably for like another year or something like that. Just putting that out there. Just putting that out there. But listen, I think you know. So again, for those of you folks that purchased frags tonight, I will reach out tomorrow to arrange for a shipping date. Not shipping on Monday because it's Columbus Day, and I will be shipping on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. And you know, so the priority goes to the people that buy frags. You know, the earlier you buy a frag in the live sale, then the better in terms of the priority for the shipping dates. So if you're not if you're not going to be on the docket for next Tuesday or Wednesday shipping, then you'll you know, we'll work it out for the following week. I don't ship on Thursdays because the Friday delivery is tough, because that if there's any delays by UPS, then it's not going to make it until the following Monday. But yeah, I think so. If you have any questions, reach out to me via the you know, if you made an order, you could reach out to me via that order you placed. There's a way to reply to me. But again, I think this was a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed doing this on a weeknight versus on the weekend. So maybe this will be the new formula moving forward. So I think that's going to do it, folks. I appreciate you all tuning in and supporting me and supporting the channel. I'm going to have another wrapping up with the Reef Bum live stream next Tuesday. I'm going to have Adam Sutherland from Frag Garage on. I believe he's the guest I'm going to have on next week. So we're going to be talking a lot about acros and what have you. So it should be a lot of fun. Definitely tune in. Anyway, until next time.